Take some slow, deep breaths. And before you mute yourselves, let's all share the sound of Om. Take a deep breath in. So if you would mute yourselves, please. Everybody just mute yourself.
What?
Mute ourselves. Left side of the screen.
How to do that?
It's on the upper right of your picture or the bottom left or somewhere. I'm just trying to find the view that shows me, and I'm not able to get that. Okay.
Here it is, mute.
Okay. All right. So welcome to our Friday morning yoga class. It's such an honor and a joy to have all of you here this morning. I got an email from a friend, and it was a picture of somebody sitting in lotus position or easy pose. And the quote underneath the cartoon was, "When you can't go outside, go inside." And that's very important for us as we are stuck in our homes or agreeing to stay in our homes, that this is a time for us to go inward and to become more aware of what's bubbling up inside. And when things are happening, when things are moving through us, some people are feeling fear, some people are feeling anxiety, some people are worried about the future or worried about getting sick. Whatever feelings you have that are coming up for you, rather than ignoring them or running away from them, this is a good time to just breathe through them and let them move through you. This is a time of healing, and we can use this time proactively. So I'll be doing a lot of pranayama, breathing techniques in class today. 2 reasons for that, one I just said. And the other one is because we know that this coronavirus is a lung issue. So we want to strengthen our lungs, as well as, of course, strengthening our immune system. So let's start with our sun shining breath. I'm going to sit on a chair so you can see me better. How's that? Can you still hear me? Nod your head if you can. So let's take some nice sun shining breaths. Deep breath in. Slide the shoulder blades down your back. Feel your heart lifting as you breathe in for 5 counts. Exhaling, draw the belly back towards the spine and press down. Slide the shoulder blades down your back, broaden your chest. Deep breath in, exhaling, and feel your lungs filling from the bottom to the middle, to the top. Draw the belly in and up as you exhale down. Make it slow, smooth, and deep. One more. Let's bring our hands to our hearts. So remember that this is an active pose. We're pressing our thumbs into our breastbone, pressing the palms together actively, lifting the elbows. And slide the shoulder blades down the back and broaden the chest. Taking some deep breaths in, and we're going to push the hands in one direction and turn the head in the opposite direction. Coming back to center, inhaling the other way, and exhaling back to center. Slow, deep breaths, gentle, easy movements. And come back to center. Close your eyes. Notice how your breath is moving. And relax your hands onto your knees. So in this class I took yesterday, I heard a beautiful way to think about the breath. So if you want to close your eyes or keep them open, inhaling, receive the breath. Pause, absorb it. Exhaling, release the breath. Pause, hold. Inhale, receive the breath. Pause, absorb it. Exhale, release the breath. Pause, rest. Inhale, receive the breath. Pause, absorb it. Exhale, release the breath. Pause, rest. Receive the breath. Absorb it. Release the breath. Rest. Inhale. Receive the breath. Absorb it. Release the breath. Rest. Receive the breath. Absorb it. Release the breath. Rest. Receive the breath. Absorb it. Release the breath. Rest. Do 3 more on your own. Let the practice go and notice how the breath moves on its own. And let's do some stretching. Sit up nice and tall, shoulders back and down, and slowly lower the chin and feel the length of the back of your neck. And then roll your ear to one side. Slowly coming back to center. Roll the ear the other way. Slowly rolling from side to side. Notice the stretch, maybe some creaking. And when you've done both sides evenly, let your head rest lightly on the top of your spine, shoulders relax down and back. And we'll slowly look over our shoulder, soft gaze, looking around, and slowly looking back the other way. Again, when you've done both sides equally, come back to center. Take a nice deep breath, drawing the belly up and the shoulders down. Let's interlace the hands. I'm going to inhale and round the back, pressing the hands away. Sorry, that's exhale. Inhale, bring the hands forward, lifting the chest. Exhaling, rounding the back. Inhaling, bringing the hands to the chest to remind you to lift the heart and lower the shoulders. Exhale, squeeze the belly, stretch the back big and wide. Inhale, lifting the chest, shoulders back and down. 2 more. Rock back on your sitting bones, stretch your back. Inhale, hands to heart. Lift it up, and last one, rounding the back, big stretch. And inhale. Shoulders down, heart lifts, hands to knees. Close your eyes, take it in and notice the breath. Big, slow, easy breaths. Let's come into a side stretch, reaching the arm up and over. Press the shoulder blades down, and you can rotate your head if you like. Let's inhale, reach out, and press down. And we'll bring the other arm up, and we'll stretch over. So expanding our side ribs, rotate your head if you like. Press your sitting bones down as you reach up through your side ribs. Inhale up, reach out, and down, maximum stretch. I'm going to do a variation. You've never done this with me before. You're going to reach up, stretch over, pick up your hip off the floor. So rock over onto your right hip, I guess that would be. And then press your left hip back down into the floor, stretching your side ribs. Deep breaths. Inhale back to center, big stretch out and pressing down. Bring the other arm up alongside the ear and tip over. Now lift your right hip up off the mat. And then press it back down, stretching your side ribs. And inhale back to center and down. Walk your hands behind you, squeeze the shoulder blades and lift the heart. Come back to center and lean forward and stretch out, lengthening the front of your body. You're on the floor, I'm not. You can reach to the floor. I'm sitting on a chair so you can see me. Pretend that's the floor. If you'd rather do that, you can. That's fine too. You can reach to the floor and stretch. Just remember, I'm pretending I'm on the floor, but I want you to be able to see me. Inhale back up. And noticing the breath, deep breaths, slow and full from the belly. Let's bring our hands actually down to our belly. We're going to inhale, bringing the breath up. Exhale, draw the belly in, bringing the breath down. Like we're filling a pitcher, inhaling, feeling the breath moving up. Exhale, releasing breath down. Inhaling, breath coming up. Exhaling down. Belly in. Belly release. Belly tight back towards the spine. 2 more. And again, just close your eyes, release the practice. Notice your breath, how your body feels now. Let's take some shoulder rolls. And reverse rolling the other way. Breath and awareness right into the shoulder joint. And again, let's just stop for a moment and notice how we feel. I'm going to bring those arms back up. This time I'm going to squeeze and spread. Shoulders are down. Chest expanded and lifted, supporting with your core. And let's rotate and turn the palms up and squeeze and spread. And let's continue opening the arms out. And turn the palms down and squeeze and spread as you come back to center. And one more time, we'll turn the palms up and we'll open out. Broadening the chest and turn the palms down and come back to center. And let's come over onto our hands and knees. I'm going to move this chair and come onto the floor. Preparing for table. Can you all see me okay? It looks pretty dark, doesn't it? Can you nod your heads if you can see? Yeah, okay, good. All right, thank you. All right, so moving between cat and dog. Lifting the tailbone, sliding the shoulder blades back and opening the chest. And then draw the belly up, point the tailbone down, stretch your back and let your head hang. Reverse that curve, opening the front of the chest, opening the belly, and then rounding the tailbone down, the back up, the head in. Do several more sets, moving nice and slow. Let's come to a flat back and send the right leg straight out behind you. And let's pick that leg up and we'll circle the ankle. And circle back the other way. And then we'll play with that nose to knee, rounding in. And inhaling, lifting the head and chest, lifting the leg. Feeling your whole back round as you bring your nose and knee towards each other. Taking a nice big stretch, lift the head and chest, lift the leg. Open the front of your body. Curl in around your back. You're still going through cat and dog here with your spine. As you open your hip joint and your knee joint at the same time. Big full breaths, mindful slow movements. And one more. And we'll come into our balancing pose. You can have your toes on the mat or lift them up. Or bring your opposite arm alongside your ear. Draw your limbs into your core and then shoot the energy out. Focus on the mat near your thumb. Bring that hand to the mat, bring the knee to the mat, and a little tail waggling. Remember, if this isn't good for your wrists, you can do this on your fists or on your forearms. Let's do the other side. Let's send the left leg straight out and back. We'll lift that up. Support with your core. We'll start by circling the ankle. And circle back the other way. And let's come into sunbird, bringing the nose and the knee towards each other as you lift your back high. And then keeping the hips level, lift the chest, lift the legs, stretch up. We're still rounding the back in both directions, or adding some strengthening of the arms, some balancing. Still breathing slowly and deeply. Let's come into our balancing pose. You can start with your toes on the mat or lift that leg up. Support with your core. Reach your opposite arm alongside your ear and look down towards your thumb. So the whole neck is lengthened, part of the stretch. Notice your breathing. It should be slow and even. And let's bring the hand to the mat, knees to the mat, widen the knees, and press back into child. Reach your hands as far forward as you can, spreading your fingers, and press your palms into the mat. Elbows lift as you press your palms forward and your tailbone down. Focusing on slow, deep breaths. Let's come back up into table. And we'll come into some lunges. What can I do for you? Okay. Trying to give you the best way to see me. I didn't want to have to play around with the moving the screen a lot, but that gives you a better view, doesn't it? Okay. So let's bring the left foot through. And again, you can walk your foot forward, bringing your hip forward and down. Come up onto the fingertips, perhaps onto your thigh. Roll the shoulders back if you like and reach up, looking forward or arcing back. And the focus today is on noticing your breath. Deep breaths, filling your lungs. If you'd like to bring your hands behind you, either onto the sacrum or into Yoga Mudra to expand your chest even more. Slow, deep breaths. And let's come on back down. Take a breath and we'll change sides. Bring the other foot through. If you like, bringing that hip forward and down. Bring your hands to your thigh if you like. Draw the belly in for support. Slide the shoulder blades down your back. Bring your arms overhead. If you feel balanced enough, you can lift your heart and look up. Expanding your rib cage. Deep, full breaths. And if you like, bring your hands behind you, either to your sacrum or to Yoga Mudra, expanding your chest even more. And let's come on back down. And press back into child. Inhale back up into table. We'll do another side stretch. So whichever foot is further away from the computer screen, let's turn that foot out away from the computer screen. And then we'll straighten the other leg so that we're turning our body towards the computer screen the first time so we can see what we're doing. Inhale up and over into a big side stretch. Spin your ribcage towards the ceiling. Deep breaths as you stretch your side body. Really press into your foot and feel how that translates into a line of energy all the way to your fingertips. One more big breath here. And let's come back to table and we'll do the other side. So sending your foot towards the computer screen, the opposite foot will turn you away from the computer screen. Big stretch up and bring that arm overhead. Press into your foot. Roll your chest towards the ceiling. Deep breaths. And let's come back down, and one more time we'll come into child, focusing on your breath. When you're ready, let's come back into table and we'll come into a downward facing dog. We'll turn the toes over, lift the chest and the tailbone. Inhale and press back, keeping the legs nice and bent and working on stretching your spine rather than your legs. And then you can pedal your heels if you like. Let's feel your side ribs stretching. Deep breaths. And let's come back down into child. We're going to do a little vinyasa or flow here. Inhale into table. Turn the toes over, press back into downward facing dog. Yogi's choice. Either come back down into child, or the next set I'll show you the other option. Let's come back into downward facing dog. Or come forward into plank. come back into downward facing dog. Take child or plank. One more time, let's come back into downward facing dog, or stay in child if this is too much. And one more time, come back into plank or child. And let's all meet back in child. Let's turn our toes over one more time. One more big downward facing dog. Lift your tailbone, lower your chest. Feel the reach of your arms lifting you all the way into your hips. And the reach of your heels stretching your back. And let's walk ourselves forward into a forward fold. Let's slowly roll up. And this is where I may need to adjust the computer screen again. Okay, so you can't see my whole body, but I think you can see enough of me. Oh, we have some more visitors. Let's bring the hands to the heart. We'll do some nice full breath, half salutes, inhaling. Slow and deep. Exhale all the way down. With a nice slow half lift, reach up, spine is straight. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift up. And reach back. Into tall mountain, hands to heart. Get in that nice active Anjali Mudra, shoulders down, chest broad. Here we go. Focusing on the breath. Stretch back and down. Let's add our variations. Swan dive. Halfway up. Let's open to one side. Probably have to bend your knees a little bit. Big stretch from hand to hand. Opening the chest and stretching your spine. Come on back down. Open the other way. Have a nice flat back so the knees can be bent. Lengthen your spine and spin your belly. And come on back down. Let's forward fold. And inhale up. Deep breaths. Let's stretch back. Hands to heart. Add another variation. We'll inhale tall. Exhale over. Inhale, half lift. Long spine, surrender your head. Lift your chest, reach your arms out, stretch out. Let's open in one direction, spinal twist here. Inhale up and spinal twist the other way. Inhale up, reach back. And down. The last one. Slow, smooth breaths, mindful movements flowing easily. Deep bend, stretch over, lengthen your spine, stretch up, exhale over. Press your hips back. Inhale your head and chest up. Bring your arms alongside your ear for awkward pose. Plug your shoulders down into their sockets. Reach from your hips to your fingertips. Breathing deeply in chair pose. And inhale up. Reach back, opening your chest. And down. Plug your thumbs into your chest. Feel your heart beating. Take a few breaths here. I'm going to do a time check. Step out to a wide-legged pose. Let's roll the shoulders down and back and broaden the chest. Deep reach through the arms. Breathing and expanding. We'll come into our triangle pose. Let's rotate one toe that way. Let's rotate the heel that way. I'm going to stretch as if we're stretching on a table. Let's turn the arms and rotate. So notice how this side of your body is still long. So you're breathing deeply into both sides of your body. If you like, you can rotate your head and look up. Or rotate your head and look down. Again, opening through your rib cage, expanding towards the ceiling. As you press your feet into the mat and get big in all directions. Let's come on all the way back up. Let's turn our toes the other way. So these toes are going 90 degrees. This heel is scooting back. And stretch. See how this side of the body is nice and long as we slide along our tabletop. So go as far as you can here, and then just stay there. And as you open more, you bend from the hip, not from the waist, because you want to keep this waist long. Deep breaths. Spin your rib cage towards the ceiling. Look up if that works for your neck, or look down. Slow, deep breaths. Inhale all the way back up. Bring the toes back to parallel. Bring the hands behind you, either, again, holding your sacrum or yoga mudra, broadening the chest to pull your hands down and away from you. Let's turn our toes in one direction. And we'll slowly either slide the hands down the leg or in yoga mudra, bringing your nose to your knee, and you can bend your knee if that will make it work more for you. deep breaths, surrendering your intellect to your heart, letting all those worries just shake out of your head. Whoops, that doesn't work, does it? Don't shake. Just let all those worries pour out of the top of your head. And we'll slowly inhale back up. And we'll go the other way. Hands behind you or on your sacrum. And then coming forward, you can bend your knee if that works better for you. Surrendering the intellect to the heart. Letting anything go out of the top of your head that doesn't serve you. Just let it pour into the earth. Let Mother Earth receive it. Slow, deep breaths. Slowly inhale back up. And one more 5-pointed star. Feel your breath expand, your shoulder blades slide down your back. And let's toe heel back to center. Namaste, Anjali Mudra. Feel your heartbeat, your chest lift and expand, your shoulder blades sliding down your back, supporting your heart and your breath. And let's do one balancing pose. Let's turn the knee out to the side, keeping the hands at the heart. Bring that foot against your ankle or your calf. And if you like, inhaling up. And I'd like to turn the palms up towards the ceiling. Let's go back to see for a second. So again, we're stretching through the side ribs, opening the whole body up. I'll stay here. And let's come on back down. And we'll do the other side, opening the knee out, bring the foot against your ankle or your calf or your thigh. Inhaling the arms up overhead, and if you like, turning the palms up. So as you're expanding your rib cage, deep breaths, shoulders plug down as the ribs lift up. So feel how a tree connects to the earth and the heavens. And that's what you want to be doing at this time, grounding yourself, as well as receiving inspiration. And down. Take a few breaths here. And let's come on down onto our mats on our backs. Preparing for bridge pose. So we'll do bridge and fish. Yeah. So knees and feet are hip width apart. And again, we're working on our breathing. So let's inhale our arms all the way up overhead to expand our rib cage. And exhale the arms back down. Let's add legs. We're going to inhale the hips up 1. Exhale the arms and the hips down 1. Inhale 1, 2. Exhale 1, 2. Inhale 1, 2, 3. Exhale 1, 2, 3. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this one will hold. Inhaling, lift. And you can keep your arms up overhead if you like, expanding your rib cage that way. Or bring your arms at your sides, wriggle a shoulder underneath you, bring the other shoulder underneath you, coming into Yoga Mudra, Yogi's Choice. Keep pressing down through the feet, lifting up through the hips. Deep breaths. Let's bring our palms down underneath us and slowly roll yourself down onto your arms. Stretch your legs out straight. Inhale your rib cage up off the floor and come onto the top of your head in fish pose. Deep, full breathing here, opening your whole breathing capacity. It's one of the best poses for opening your breathing capacity, strengthening your lungs. Slowly slide out of that if you haven't already. Wiggle your arms out. Take a few breaths in Shavasana. Let's roll the knees to face the ceiling and bring one leg in. And give that leg a hug, flattening your back into the mat. Press your shoulders back and broaden your chest. Deep breaths. Focus on full deep breaths as you release your back into the mat. Release your leg into your chest. Let's place that foot on the floor and slide it down. Inhale the other leg in. Give it a hug, give it a squeeze. Emphasis on noticing a slow, deep breath, softening into the mat. Let's release that foot and slide it down. Let's bring that first leg in again. Give it a hug. And again, Yogi's Choice, we're going to go into a spinal twist. So you can either do a traditional knee down twist by bringing your knee across, or you can stretch your leg up straight and bring your whole leg across. Open your opposite arm and turn your head away from your knee. So your top leg is going in one direction,
your arm and head in the opposite direction. Squeeze your belly and turn your belly towards your head and your arm. Reach out through the top leg. Surrender your back into the mat. Close your eyes if you like. Reach through the long straight leg. Go back to our breathing pattern. Inhale, receive. Hold, absorb. Exhale, release. Rest. Inhale, receive. Hold, absorb. Exhale, release. Rest. If that breathing pattern appeals to you, continue using it. Inhale, receive. Hold, absorb. Exhale, release. Rest. One more. Bring that top leg back to center. Give it one more squeeze. Stretch it up to the ceiling and lower it down. Let's bring the other leg in. Hug it in nice and close. Yogi's choice. You can pull that knee across into a traditional knee down twist, or stretch it up and pull it across with a straight leg. Open your other arm out and turn your head to face your arm. Spin your belly towards your stretched out arm. Take a breath down your straight leg and reach your heels away from each other. Surrender your body weight into the mat. And if you like, inhale, receive the breath. Absorb the breath. Release the breath. Rest. Receive the breath. Absorb the breath. Release the breath. Rest. Continue on your own. Inhale, absorb the breath, or receive the breath. Hold, absorb the breath. Exhale, release the breath. Rest. One more. Let's slowly come back to center and come to Shavasana.
I'm going to play something that I don't think is copyrighted. I hope I'm right about this. Oh. Never mind. I have to figure that out next time. So instead, I'll guide you through Shavasana. Noticing your breath. Send your breath down into your feet and let your feet relax. Send your breath into your legs and let your legs relax. Send your breath into your hips and buttocks and let your hips and buttocks relax. Send your breath into your arms and hands, let them relax. Send your breath into your shoulders, let your shoulders relax. Send your breath into your back, let your back relax. Send your breath into your front, let your torso relax. Send your breath into your neck, let your neck relax. Send your breath into your face and head, let your whole head relax. Allow your whole body to relax as you focus on the in and out of your breath.
Slowly bring some movement into your fingers and toes. Gently move and stretch in whatever way feels good to you. And when you're ready, roll to one side. Come on up into a seated position. Hands together at the heart. Again, nice active. Bow your head and honor the light in you. Namaste.
Namaste.